Al-Hussein bin Sina, Part 4. Bin Sina has proved to be skilled in medicine. When he succeeded in treating the Sultan, Noah bin Mansur al-Samani, and the Sultan rewarded him by giving him access to the library. New doors to knowledge were opened for Ibn Sina. Hello, Ibn Sina. Hello, Abu al-Husayn. Hello, dear neighbor. I see that you're carrying more books. Yes, I've almost read all of the books in the Sultan's library, and only these books are left. So I wanted to take them home with me to finish reading them. How lucky! Everyone who's interested in seeking knowledge like us wishes to have an opportunity like this. Don't worry, Abu al-Hussein. Rest assured, since Allah has bestowed this blessing upon me, I must benefit everyone from my knowledge. Your words are giving me the courage to ask you for what I want. Go ahead. I wish you would write a book to summarize what you know. I was actually planning to start this project, and your request now has encouraged me more. I'll write a book and title it The Comprehensive. May Allah grant you success, Ibn Sina. Excuse me, I have to leave now. Peace be upon you. Allah's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Okay, I'm coming. Peace be upon you. Allah's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. My dear neighbor, Abu Bakr al-Barki, is visiting me himself. That's a wonderful day, no doubt. Come in, have a seat. Thank you, Ibn Sina. I was told that you're writing a book in which you will compile all the knowledge that you've learned. Yes, the comprehensive book. I have compiled it in a summary of everything I know, except for mathematics. All right, if you are such a good writer, why don't you use your talent to author a book that contains more elaborate explanation of sciences, especially fiqh and tafsir fiqh? I'll tell you a secret, Barki. When I came close to finishing the comprehensive book, I had an urge to write a book to explain what I know in more details. Well, that's good news. I have already started, but it seems that it will take longer time. I'll title it Al-Hasil wa Al-Masul. When you finish writing it, please send me a copy, Ibn Sina. I'll inscribe the first copy to you, dear neighbor. I have a final request. Go ahead. I want another book about ethics. Your erudition, in addition to your eloquence, will help you to write a book that discusses ethics in a good approach. You got it, Barki. I'll title it Virtue and Vice. May Allah bless you, Ibn Sina. May Allah bless you. Ibn Sina started to become occupied with writing books, and at the same time he was reading the books that he hadn't read yet. But those two things didn't dismiss him from taking care of his patients. Ibn Sina was living the best days of his life. But life isn't always happy. There are things that turn life upside down. My father! May Allah make your reward great, Ibn Sina. My deepest condolences. Immortality belongs only to Allah. Your father was a well-beloved man. May Allah have mercy upon him. May Allah have mercy upon him. Your father has left us a great fortune, a treasure before he died. May Allah have mercy upon him. What fortune? You. It's you, Ibn Sina. You will be rewarded for every patient whom you have relieved without taking anything in return, Insha'Allah, and your father will be rewarded. who supported you and took care of you to become what you are today. Thank you, Abba al-Hussein. Your words are making me feel at ease. I wish that I could achieve what my father hoped for. By the will of God, you'll achieve all that you wish, and all that your father wished for you, and more. Despite Ibn Sina's feeling of grief, yet that didn't prevent him from going on his way in seeking more knowledge. In order to seek more and more knowledge, he made an important decision. What's the matter, Ibn Sina? I was told that you want to see me. Pardon me, Your Majesty. I asked for permission to let me in to meet you, and not for you to come to me yourself. I've told you before to what extent I glorify scientists, Ibn Sina. You deserve that. What is the matter? I came to ask for your permission to leave, Your Majesty. You want to leave? Yes, I'm going to Khanum. But why would you travel, Ibn Sina? I've given you what any scientist could wish for. I don't deny that. But there are two reasons that made me make this decision. What are those reasons? First, I've finished reading all of the books here, thanks to Allah. I have even written books that summarize some of them and explain others. I see. What about the second reason? You'll definitely understand my second reason when I tell you a story that happened to me in my childhood, Your Majesty. Tell it to me, Ibn Sina. I've read a book in my childhood. Its title was Metaphysics. I read this book 40 times until I memorized it by heart, word for word. But despite this, I didn't understand a single word of it. So I was completely discouraged. And I became convinced there is no way for me to understand this book. I know for certain that metaphysics is a difficult science. Until a strange coincidence happened. I'm selling old books. Buy volumes from me. Valuable books and profound knowledge. Hey boy, are you interested in knowledge? Yes, sir, I'm interested. I could tell that when I saw you carrying these books. All right. I have a great book for you. About a science called metaphysics. Thank you, sir, but I'm not interested in this science. It's an opportunity that you may not have again, young man. In addition to that, it is cheap. Just for 3 dirham. Even if you were handing it out for free, I wouldn't be interested. It's an incomprehensible science. It seems that you are kind-hearted, despite your stubbornness. I'll tell you a secret. Perhaps you'll be persuaded and buy this book. The owner of these books is having a financial distress, and he needs every dirham that he can get to overcome this crisis. Would you at least buy this book with the intention of helping this man? And you have nothing to lose. A cheap book that you can add to the collection of books that you're holding. All right, no problem. No one hates to do a good deed. Thank you, kid. I hope that this book would be useful for you. When I returned home, I thought about having a look on the book out of curiosity. I was taken by surprise. It was a book written by the great scientist Abu Nasr al-Farabi. A book in which he explained what was written in Metaphysics book. I couldn't believe my eyes. I devoured the book. I felt like a starving man who found a banquet full of delicacies, since I already had memorized the book of metaphysics. There was no need for me to review the book to understand al-Farabi's explanation of it. Allah has allowed me to come to grips with this science. I've given alms to thank Allah for His grace. Do you understand me, Your Majesty? Yes. There's always more to learn. and there are no limits nor ends to knowledge. Alright, Ibn Sina, no doubt we'll miss you. Since I really like you, I wish you have a nice stay in Khanum, and I wish you would acquire more knowledge and science. Thank you, Your Majesty. Ibn Sina set off on a journey that wouldn't end. After he stayed a while in Khanum, he went to Gorgan. Then he kept wandering from one city to another until he settled in Hamadan. The Prince of Hamadan, Shams al-Dawla, was impressed by him, especially after Ibn Sina treated him from a disease. Ibn Sina has become a minister of Prince Shams al-Dawla. Your Majesty, Shams al-Dawla, I don't want a post in return of treating you. That's not the reason. I've assigned you as my minister because you are the most intelligent, knowledgeable, eloquent, loyal person I've ever seen. Are there any other attributes that a prince could wish his minister to have? Thank you for this precious trust, Your Majesty. I don't want to disrupt you from acquiring knowledge and authoring books. You may leave now, but I'll call you when I need you. I hope that Allah will guide me to give good advice when you need it from me, Your Majesty. Peace be upon you. Allah's peace and mercy be upon you. There was one fact that Ibn Sina knew for certain, that the road of knowledge is long, and that he must walk in it diligently and assiduously.